Hello and welcome to another StarCraft 2 co-op video. Today we'll be looking at another post from a Chinese forum about the upcoming mutation. The usual public complaint: when will polarity be deleted? Although it's a polarity mutation, it's relatively easy. Since no escorts are sent to defend the objectives on VT, the attack timings and spawn points are fixed. Both players just need to move together and not try to snipe the Thrashers. Slowly push the bases. Even sub-15 commanders can do it. If you have good map knowledge but get confused when your ally comes into play, you should give a signal and remind them when the attack waves come so they can prepare. If you have no firepower before your hero comes out at 4 minutes, you should put some trash buildings at the ramp and tell your ally not to aggro the enemies to the base, in case they are Zerglings from pattern A. Also, if the enemy is Zerg, there are 3 swarm hosts each in the left and right entrances of the 4th area, and 2 sets of Brood Lords in the back of the 3rd area. There are also 3 swarm hosts near each of these sets. Bring detection to take them out, or else they will trigger Hardened Will. Don't need to be choosy about commanders this week, just don't think about sniping Thrashers. Choose someone that is strong at attacking head-on. For solo queue, aside from Stukov P3, it's best to choose someone that doesn't use a large army. Otherwise, you might encounter a Polarity Science Vessel, High Templar Viper, etc., and your ally might do something that makes you wonder what went wrong in your life. For example, you can consider using P2 for Zagara, Han Horner can make Wraiths, etc. If you want to make an army, I suggest finding the wise and brave Artanis as your ally, then borrow his Shield Overcharge and Guardian Shell to make your units stronger. Artanis relies on Dragoon Zealots and Solar Bombardment to deal damage. He's not bad this week. Additional note, the drill's damage each tick is 1/10 of the damage shown, and it attacks 10 times per second. As such, the laser ignores Hardened Will. If you want to be lazy, use P1, but you might torment your ally. Nova. If the enemy is Protoss or Terran, remember to draw aggro with Raven turrets. These things have high aggro priority, drawing out Dominators and BC's Yamatos. The week after is Darkness, Black Death, Photon Overload on Minor Evacuation. These 2 weeks are considered the easiest prop and polarity mutations, right? When there's polarity, it means you have to go out hoping to run into some good luck. Raynor, P3 Viking Banshee, rely on long range to take care of enemies. Don't bother with bio in this mutation. 1 Polarity Colossus and you're dead. Kerrigan, if only Mastery could reduce the CD of Immobilization Wave. Zerglings A move to bait Infestors, High Templars, and Science Vessels, then Ultras, Hydras, and Mutas attack. Artanis F2A. Swan, P1 drill, that's all. Remember to wait until the drill and your ally are done, then Wraiths A move in. Zagara, a time when aberrations are useful, referring to transporting Banelings. Carax, P2 Parent Conference, whatever that means, robust and high DPS. Nova, throw out lots of turrets, or else you will regroup your forces. Abathur, P1 at least guarantees that your biomass won't get lost. However, with regards to drawing aggro, it's not as reliable as Locust, so this commander depends on the player's playstyle. Borazun, Invis Army, Black Hole, Time Stop, delete things. Han Horner, you can actually F2 since they're not really afraid of Storm and Irradiate. However, if your ally F2As and has to regroup forces, then Han Horner also won't be able to take out the enemy. Stukov, either P1 Tank Liberator or P3 Endless CM Infested. If you pick P3, it's best if your ally is mostly an air army or else they won't be able to walk around. Tychus F2A, Dahaka F2A, Phoenix 6 Champs and Phoenix F2A. So in Chinese it says 7 Swords, which refers to the 6 Champs and Phoenix. Manx P1 ESO, Gas doesn't need money, blast them to death. Stetman F2A. Zeratul F2A. Next one. Don't need to think too much for Zagara P2. Group up, follow Zagara, mass the 2 high HP units and treat this as free XP. I think that's what this means. Han units can charge at High Templars, but I think Science Vessels are truly a nightmare for HH. 1 Irradiate kills a bunch. I don't have the ability to precisely click it in the middle of an army. It can change from a dozen to several dozen deaths. And when her units attack air, the Flying Reapers will make it easier for the Irradiate to get max value, because they group up. In the same vein, Han Horner isn't afraid of Parasitic Bomb. As long as the Viper doesn't hit the carrier galleon, everything will be fine. Vipers affect Swan's paper planes more. I usually get vision first and take out the Vipers, then go. Even if I have to use a top bar, I have to get rid of all the Vipers. That's why, in order to F2A as Han Horner, your ally has to be able to F2A without regrouping forces. Ally is Han Horner's best tank. It's right here. Ally is Han Horner's best tank. As for aberrations, it's because they can walk over small units. They can charge into the middle of a group and then blow up. This is very good against enemy comps with lots of small units. In particular, this mutation has polarity. All her units are melee, so Zagara will take more damage than usual. After all, everyone has seen the skill level of players on other servers. In solo queue, if your ally is Swan, it might be okay. It'll automatically drill down the polarity enemies. And that's it for this post. What advice do you have for this mutation? Comment it down below and I'll see you next time.